Good morning, everyone. It's November 22nd. We got the morning market rundown. So we could see here on the daily time frame, we recently just broke above the anchored VWAP from the election that was holding a support, rallied back above. So maybe we could see if we could continue this push up, consolidate at this 590 area, 587, and then look to really break that volume weighted average price from the election and the all-time high for this year. So we'll see what this price action brings. Going into the 2-minute time frame, we got yesterday's map here, and what we're looking for is a little flush out, the reclaim above the daily VWAP, and to get going here. And that's just kind of what we got here. As price broke back beneath the VWAP, retested the week to date, 2-day, and the month to date, all in this area, and the 5-day moving average that was declining. And at this point in time, the data was up in here. So now today, as we open up, we'll be adding the data over the next trading days below us. So if we could continue to pull back and consolidate and hold, this 5-day moving average will now start to rise. So let's talk about some price levels for today and some potential scenarios. So with that being said, I'd like to see some type of, I don't really like the chase, so maybe we get the continuation underneath this 2-day VWAP, pull back to the 3, and that week to date, then we could get back above 2-day and get back above that daily VWAP and then get going. So if we put this in pre-market hours and move this over, it would look something like this. Pull back to our 2-day VWAP's actually up here already. So maybe we just hold this area, the pre-market low, rally back above the daily VWAP, and then can continue to get this push into this 596 and continuation to 600. So maybe this holds VWAP, breaks the opening drive, rallies into this daily R2, and pulls back, and R2 becomes support and pushes. So that's a key situation. And if we're not able to reclaim the daily VWAP, just get something like that. So this would be, if we're not able to reclaim the daily VWAP, instead of getting this like consolidation here with a stop, again, this could be a stop in this area, and then look to purchase out that VWAP, or a bigger stop at the low day area. But get into the downside move that if this rejects the daily VWAP, monitor for a decline down to the potentially 585. It's a potential key level of support. And it's right about the 20-day moving average, which is acting as support. If that fails, monitor this 580, the 50-day moving average, and 578. So that's a potential map out for the SPY. Let's get into the QQQ. Use the same situation. We got the VWAP from the election, the VWAP from the all-time high, and we're now trading into it. So versus the SPY, we're actually above it. The NASDAQ, you can see the Qs is actually rejecting it, and we're trading in this gap area from yesterday. So that brings us to our map for today. Well, let's look at our map from yesterday. So it's a similar situation we talked about on the SPY. We were looking for rally up, pull back to that week to date VWAP area. We undercut it, you could see here yesterday. Undercut it, rallied back above the daily VWAP. Take this off. Here's our VWAP, rallied back above the daily VWAP right here. So then look to try to get involved. And that month to date VWAP, we reclaiming it, starting to become support. And then we have a stop right here. We could do a stop under VWAP, stop at low day. So, and that fueled us a push into this daily R1 and the election VWAP, which we could see, like we just talked about in the daily time frame, is acting as resistance. So this was the anticipated in the year-to-date VWAP. So we could see this has just been a magnet, and we've just been tagging it and failing and failing. So we, like we just talked about, maybe this is we just potentially carve out a higher low. So get a pullback to this 503 to 501 area, month to date, 2-day, 3-day VWAPs. Just keep an eye on these. Gets for some strength, rally above the daily VWAP to fuel that push above this selection VWAP and get us back into this 510, 514 area. And then maybe so get a little flush, carve out a higher low here, break it back above, quick retest on the anchor, push back, then we come back, take some profits, retest it again, and then get going from a multi-day time frame. And then so we could look to get evidence of buyers gaining control here, taking some profits, remaining in control, and this now flipping from resistance and acting as support. That's today's morning market rundown. If you like these, please like and subscribe. Enjoy the day.